All right, we are back and ready to jump into the loser. Well, according to challenge, it says semifinal, but it's the loser final, effectively. The last match of the loser bracket. The winner goes up to the grand final. The other opponent is already determined. It's going to be Puck. So he is waiting to see whether his opponent will be Gametime or Winter.
And the loser of this match will be cemented into third place, and that's like around $170 as a prize payout. So
third place is $170. Second place will be $250, and first place will get a whopping $430.
Yeah, so a lot of money on the table for this match, but both players will walk away with something at this point. So I mean, either way, they got to be feeling good.
Yep, and this is going to be another ZVZ. We've seen a lot of quick ZVZs today. Your predictions? Are we going to see something a little bit longer? Or?
You know, I feel like Gametime has been playing really well. Winter, obviously, you know, really is proud of his ZVZ style, and we've seen it play very well. But I mean, I wouldn't count Gametime out right away. He's shown up both yesterday and today, and has been playing on the top of his game. So I think
the players getting a little rowdy in the lobby, waiting for the game to start. But the game is starting, and we are jumping on into Terraform. It's going to be Zerg versus Zerg, as we said. And big shout out to our viewers today. Thanks for joining us. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it. You are watching us in Detroit, Michigan. We are at the Youmacon convention. It is an anime convention. We're coming to you live from the game room in the Renaissance Center. It's full of arcade cabinets and PCs. Every game that you can think of is probably here. Walked around, spending some time playing some fun stuff last night. It's a good time.
Yep, and honestly, I am seeing a lot of people on the dancing cabinets, and you know what? Pulls my crank is the people cheating with the bar.
That's not cheating.
It is cheating.
That's what the bar is there for.
Do you dance with a bar behind you?
When you play DDR, you do.
Man, come on.
Anyway, let's do these.
Going into Terraform LE, it is going to be in the lower right-hand corner. The purple Zerg coming from his last loss to Puck. Hoping to win again, it is Winter.
And in the top left-hand corner, the yellow Zerg player trying to fight for that first or second place position. It is Gametime.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that... yes, Gametime really likes that gas trade.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
I think it's safe to say that the Gametime is highly favored here, but Winter has a very strong ZVZ.
Oh, looks like Gametime might be having an issue with his sound, huh? All right. So, we'll get
as I was saying, Winter is a very strong ZVZ. I mean, we've seen it every year. In ZVZs where he's been the underdog, he has put up a good fight.
It looks like they're back.
If not come back to win. So, honestly, I think Gametime is favored, but anything's on the table here. Winter's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that Winter has a good shot at this one. If you're gonna settle on Gametime, I'm gonna settle on Winter for this.
Yeah, I think Gametime is. Ultimately, I think Gametime will win 2-0, but I'd be interested to see if Winter could take a game off of him here. I think they'll be good games, though, for sure. Actually, Winter going for a spawning pool first here before gas for anything else. Gametime is going for hatch first. So. Slightly different builds here. We have seen, as Winter said in his interview after the last game, it's probably going to be Ling, Baneling, as we've seen in most of the other ZVZs, and then someone will get a indeterminate amount of mutas, and then someone will win.
That's typically how these go.
Yeah.
Winter putting down his expansion as well, so his pool's about finishing at the same time that Gametime's is just starting up. So Winter has a short window here if he wants to get some Zerglings over there and try and pick off a couple of drones.
Yep, Queen on the way here for Winter. And shout out to Poorly Informed in chat. Welcome back, one of our subs and longtime viewers.
Yeah.
Glad you're with us today, and everyone else, really. It's going to be an exciting day. We've got this match, and then we're going to have an Archon mode match between our top four. It is going to be Spider Slayer and Puck versus Winter and Gametime. So that will be pretty cool here after this match.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting though, because the players going head to head right now are going to be teammates after this.
Yep. So maybe we can get an idea of the things we may see. Although they were already having some strategy talk about their about their upcoming match, and it actually makes it really easy because they're both on stage already and they're teammates. So Puck and Spider Slayer will just have to set up at the other PCs. 2 Zerglings here from each player meeting up right outside of Gametime's base. Winter going to try and get in there and get some information, which he's going to be successful in. He's going to see a Weeble wobbling spawning pool, which means Zergling speed is on its way. Winter's is going to be delayed because his gas has been a little bit later than Gametime's here, but now it has just begun. Not delayed by very much, actually. Only a few seconds behind.
Gametime is up 4 drones on Winter at the moment, but Winter's going to trying desperately to catch up.
Gametime did end up cleaning up those 2 lings of Winter, as Winter once again has quite a lot of vision. And in ZVZ, obviously, it's a little bit safer to keep your overlords hanging around, because until you get to Muta, as long as you don't get too close to the creep, the queens can't really come out and take it out. Gametime only has 1 overlord near the exit of Winter's natural. Over Winter can see the 2 lings of Gametime headed on over. Not too concerned about that, but Winter did get some information out of Gametime with 2 lings. Now Gametime hoping for that. Winter's going to be blocking off his ramp to disallow him access to his house. Oh, and looks like he might actually try and take him out with drones. Does lose 1 drone though.
Baneling Nest now finished for Gametime, but no Zerglings on the other side of the map, so he's looks like he's mostly focusing on droning right now, still maintaining a lead on drones over his opponent. Wow.
Yeah, Gametime had that hatchery down first, so he has a little bit of advantage in that, but did end up getting his Zergling speed going before Winter, even though Winter put down his... It's like Ling's doing the dance out here. 4 from Gametime, 2 from Winter. Going to be trying to see what's going on. Neither player has really made too much of a step out of the map, just a little poke here and there. More Banelings going to be morphed in here. And from Winter.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing Winter doing some heavy aggression now as Gametime is moving into Lair. And if Gametime has a chance at holding this off, he's going to be in really good position.
Oh, 2 for 2, even trade.
But Winter is starting to move in here, and Gametime does not really have a whole lot here. Winter's early production.
Winter was really trying to kill that queen, at least from Gametime, but did not quite get it. Gametime morphing in more Banelings in the middle of his mineral line.
More Zerglings from Winter are streaming across the map as trying to break into Gametime's...
Drones! Oh, the drones! Oh. Excellent hit there by Winter to take out a lot of drones of Gametime. Winter looking pretty good here. Gametime's Banelings are starting to be in lower numbers, morphing in 7 of them on the ramp to try and block that off. Mineral walking the drones up through. Oh, but there is a little bit of a crack. Some Zerglings do make it through. And Winter actually holding that Zergling there, hoping to pop some of those Banelings.
Winter has 2 Zerglings hanging out in the back. More, tons of Banelings for Winter kind of moving in here.
Yeah. Winter is Winter having the upper hand here, it looks like, with lots of Banelings. The Zerglings continuing to stream across the map.
And 1 is trying to get into the mineral line, and it does go off. More drones are dropping, but the Spire is halfway done.
12 workers killed here for Winter so far.
It's not looking so good for Gametime at the moment, but he's trying desperately to hold in here. 18 more Zerglings on the way for Winter. He is really hoping to push this advantage.
Winter trying to work on the Baneling Nest out in the natural of Gametime, does get that down, so that is going to be a disadvantage. No more Banelings for Gametime.
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough for Gametime at the moment, as most of his Zerglings are dead as well.
11 additional drones are dead now. Let's don't think there's enough Zerglings here to clean this up initially, but Banelings come up the ramp from Winter, and that is GG.
Yep.
Well, we have a match on our hands.
So Winter takes game number 1 off of Gametime.
There we go. Yes, I think it was. I'm trying to remember the map picks. I think Gametime said his second map is going to be Bridgehead if he lost. So that was maybe a little bit unexpected, but wow, that was a really aggressive push there by Winter, just getting to the point he wanted to and just sending Baneling. That was a lot of Banelings.
It was, and I think that Winter saw the transition to Lair kind of coming, and decided that was going to be the time where he wanted to push. So and it just really hit him hard. Everything else stopped, and just moving completely into Zergling aggression.
Yeah, the only other map that Gametime has dropped was to Puck. He's dropped 2 to Puck, I believe. In every other series he has is one. I'm actually going to go back and look at that real quick. Standings. Yeah, Gametime lost 1 match to Puck. Everything else has been win. Winter's only lost 1 as well, but
yep.
I mean, Gametime, Gametime by far. If you look at the, if you type ! bracket and go to standings, Gametime has had to play a lot of games.
Yeah, he's played a lot, and he's been a good sport through all of it. He's admitted, that he realizes that he's had the hardest bracket, but he's really stepped up to the challenge and is still fighting. He's trying to fight his way into the pole position here, and we'll see if he can climb back from a 1-game deficit to take this match and make it into the final.
Yeah, I mean, after losing to Puck in the winners bracket, he's had to face a lot more people in the lower bracket. Some of them were pretty tough matches, but he stood tall and made it through. And he's here. He wants to take it all. I think he would really like a rematch against Puck, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to take a match off Puck, as you said, or a game off Puck, and I think that if with a little bit more refinement, he might be able to. He might have a chance against Puck, but we'll see.